let's see. This is the bullet trail that corresponds with this guy. Let's see if I can suss out him. I apparently noticed that he was knifed by an unknown attacker. If I go to the end... So the first memory, I think, was on the gun deck. He was the guy... What? Let's start following this guy's life. I might be able to figure something out about him. Where's a door out of here? Okay, it's over here. Heh. Cock. Okay. Yeah, let's start sussing out that guy's life story. I don't know why, but I'm interested in that right now. So, we have this guy who was present in the Syed memory. So if I go down to... God, I wish I could sprint in this game. So the Solomon Syed memory is the one that's based off of this body bag. We've been here a billion times. I think that that's this guy. Nope, it's not. It's this guy that I'm trying to figure out. So he was also present in this memory. Where is he? Yeah, where is he? They certainly don't mean the fact that everyone's sleeping is present in this memory, right? Because that is of absolutely no help at all. That's useless to me. How? What? I mean... I guess it limits it down to, like, you know... I guess it limits it down to one of, like, 14 people. I guess, you know, I now have that figured out. By the lantern. No, that's, the guy who was to the right of him, who was playing with the two, Russian guys. I probably have enough information to figure it out, but damned if I would know how to do that. 47. Let me check something real quick. The dude with the lantern over the bed. I've already sussed out that person's identity. He's one of the Indian guys. Let's look at 47. Okay, 47 was Alexei. Which, I mean, does imply that this guy is Nathan. Because it would go like 47, 48, 49, I would assume. Because then we have 58, 57, 56, 55. Yeah, how is this organized? Let's go ahead and just suss that out real quick. 53, 54, 55, 51. Okay, so that means this is 52. Well, okay. So it's whatever. 58, 7, 6, 55. So then these numbers should be smaller. And of course we have 59. Oh, what? 59, 38, 41, 39. Yeah, I like how, oh, what? Oh, there's more than what I thought. I see. So 39, 40, 41. And then it skips around more, I guess? 36. Okay. Let's back up a second. And realize that I have just jumped around like crazy in my thoughts here. One thing I know for sure... Okay, I've now corrected a little bit of my information here. I now have sussed out that this guy was Christian Wolf, the gunner. He gave the orders. The gunner. This is Alfred Klestel. So, how then can I suss out who the gunner's mate is? He might be one of the people that's doing the shooting. That's worth thinking through. I don't think that this hat implies enough nobility that that would be the gunner's mate. But at any rate, I didn't even notice this guy back there. He's got his hand on the steering wheel, which makes him the helmsman. Just gonna throw that out there. That's kind of funny. I didn't really think of that until just now. So this guy is not Charles Minor. I can deduce that he is Charles Herstick. Which means that all of these guys that are near him are midshipmen. Who are the other midshipmen? We have Peter Milroy and Thomas Lanka. And he was blasted by an explosion. Yeah, it must be the case. That makes sense. So the butcher was working with the three midshipmen to kill the cow. And Charles was the guy that threw up. And then these were the other two. These three are the midshipmen. All right. So I can just say that this guy is, for now, a unknown midshipman. And I'll say that this guy is a unknown midshipman. I'll just do that to kind of help myself limit my thinking here. He is in 14 memories. I assume he's probably in the memory I'm in right now. I'm wrong. He's in the cow scene. That's the first time I saw him. What other memories have I seen him in? Well, let's actually focus on the guy that exploded, because then I might be able to figure him out. First memory is cow scene. Okay, I've sussed out that he's a midshipman from that. What else can I figure out? Let's just show memories on the map. So, this is when he died. It was in the Doom. This is where I said he got exploded. Soldiers of the Sea. Soldiers of the Sea. I'd rather not worry about Soldiers of the Sea because it's so damn complicated and hard to figure out what's going on. So he was in the Bitter Cold. And then the Soldiers of the Sea happened. He was also in Murder, apparently. And then he died because he got exploded. This is very interesting to me because he died up here, but he was also in this section of Soldiers of the Sea. where I thought he got spiked. So I have this guy as an unknown soul, but I might be able to suss him out. Let's look at that drawing again. So he was back here, which means that he was not a midshipman. I think, is he wearing that kilt thing that everyone else is wearing? Doesn't quite look like it. But these must be all the stewards. Because I have this as the first mate steward. There's the first mate, second mate. So if I'm able to start figuring out who the officers are, I should be able to figure out who the various stewards are. So this is Olus. But he might be one of these other stewards. But then the question is which one? Our dad Paul Moss was crushed by a loose cannon. I know I'm just bouncing around like crazy. I know that like none of my thought process is making any sense right now, but I'm literally just like pulling at any thread that I can find and just trying to think through it because that's kind of all I got. Anybody that can get their identities at all, I'm just trying to see what I can do. Show memories on the deck. So this is the guy that was crushed by a cannon. Let's suss out what his accent was. Location of the corpse was on the Doom. Let's leave this memory. My hope is that as I start to like think through all this stuff, I'll get faster and faster and I'll be able to get more wins easily. So, Olus's corpse, or not Olus, the steward that I'm currently trying to identify, he was crushed by a cannon over here. Okay, so the person who said, Sir Loose Cannon, he was also the person that got, crushed. I definitely heard, the same accent. So, of all of the stewards, let's look through their accents. Sweden, Ireland, England, India. That guy definitely had an Irish accent to me. I heard it as Irish. Yeah, like that definitely sounded like an Irish accent to me. I wish I could replay the dialogue like instantly for you all, but I'm just gonna do it again. It certainly didn't sound like an Indian or an English accent, I'll tell you that much. Alright. So, I'm going to definitively say that that is Samuel Galligan, the second mate. Steward. Who is this guy? I already have the second mate established as Nichols. He says sir, and he's talking to this guy. Who is this guy? I mean, we have... It could be... The other two mates, you know, we have... they all wear the same kind of hat. All the first mate, second mate, and third mate. So interestingly enough, I don't have this guy's fate. I just have him as Edward Nichols. Anyway. So I'm still wrong. Or, I mean, I could be right. I just need to get more people. But I'm pretty sure, based off of that accent, and the fact that I've already sussed out that the stewards wear, you know, that sort of like skirt thing. Because I identified the first mate steward. Oh, wait. I don't have this locked in for sure. I might still be wrong. Who is this guy? What memories do I have him in? God damn. Paul Moss was killed with a sword by an unknown attacker. Why did I think that this was Paul Moss? Last one, move quick. Oi, you'll not take the last boat. Paul, look out. Stop, no, let them go. No, damn. Okay, so I did suss up that that was Paul. He was killed by somebody who said, oi. If you like me bouncing from person to person trying to figure out what's going on, then I got good news, because I'm about to do that again. So he was killed by a guy who said, oi. That might be enough for me to figure this out. I don't fucking know. We're gonna try and just see where this goes. Okay, so that happened up over here. Paul... Because I'm hoping that if I figured out how Paul dies, I'll be able to get, like, closer to figuring out more identities, because the game will tell me if I got it right or wrong.
Last one. Move quick.
Okay. Okay, so... this is one of the Russian guys. And he says, oi.
Take the last one.
Okay. Well, anyway, this is one of the Russian guys. Because he was sitting at the table playing, you know, card games. Both these guys were. So... I could guess. I could say that Paul was killed by, you know, either a Larkus or a Lexi. That feels cheap as fuck, but I could do it. I wish I'd be able to suss out their identities slightly better, but I can't. If I come down here, what do I end up finding? Huh. One of the midshipmen was eavesdropping on... Oh, this might be a useful scene. Yeah, let's revisit this scene and pay attention to who these people were.
Put me down. Let go. Easy now. We're in a bad way. Is this squid? Where is my Frenchman? The squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart. No, that. The beast is dead. How? How did you kill it? We didn't. It left with the storm. Captain came up from the hold. Said he chased it off. You should rest. Curse. Does that it for nothing?
Okay, so the captain came up from the hold. Who's there? Who's this guy? This is the first mate. This is where they were. Who is this guy? He's got a gun on him. So he must be cool. I can't tell. I can't tell who's a higher rank. This guy's hat is cooler, but this guy wears the hat that I associate with all of the first mates and stuff like that. Or the second mate. I feel like if I suss out who the officers are, then this game will become a lot easier. I believe that this is Nicholas Botterill, but the game didn't give me... I've already mentioned that. Ah, damn. Okay, well, let's leave this memory for now. If I could suss out the identity of one of the Russians without guessing, because I know he's one of the Russian guys, then that would be great. Who was this? That was chapter 2. This happened right after act 3 of that chapter.
Let them go.
So Paul was killed by one of the Russian guys. Is the other Russian guy coming to help this guy or no? Oh, I might be able to really explore this scene. What's going on down here? Oh! Oh! Oh, shit. What the hell? This was the guy who, was accusing these two of mutiny. Huh. Well, that's a pretty action-packed little scene right there. If I go up to the one right before this... Let's go back. I wonder if it's possible for me to go down, to this hold again. Alright. Wait, okay, so what memory am I currently in? I was in part 2, then this was the Russian guy who got shot, and where's part 3? Or where's part 4? Location of the corpse is right here. Okay, so this guy detected that there was a mutiny and tried to run away from them? And there's like a whole little subplot here that I'm kind of curious and trying to figure out. Oh, I know this guy. He's the guy that shot the other guy. Who was this guy then? Oh, Horskut. Okay, anyway. Let's go back down. Alright, so this is going to be the corpse of that one officer. Hang on, I hear something in the background. Enough. Captain cannot be trusted. The plan, we take the ship and sail east, trade wretched fish, and shells for gold. Huh? Is there a mutiny? Mutiny, fresh bastard, no.
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Oh, okay. I thought this was one of the midshipmen. Oh, so he stabbed the midshipman who had overheard. what was going on. Wait, 2 people died in this scene? But the game didn't tell me that. If I go here, it only tells me about this person's death. This unknown midshipman met an unknown fate. He did not meet an unknown fate. I know that he was stabbed in the back. He was knifed by this guy. So that's progress right there. He was knifed by an unknown, like, officer. Because I saw a second ago that he had run away in a scuffle. And... who's this? Oh. Interesting. So this is the corpse of Alfred Kestel over here. This guy... and this was the guy... so the guy who shot the gun right here, he was the person who was sitting here. And this is the body of the midshipman that was eavesdropping on them. But I guess he hadn't died yet, because he had crawled away. So, I guess I'm able to suss out who killed him. And I don't know anything about this guy yet, but I do know information about him. Alright, fascinating. Very interesting stuff. So, I'm here. Let's see, this is the scene that happened right after that. So now I get to figure out who the person who shot the other guy in the face died. What's all this, you damn fool? And he clubbed this guy in the back of the head. Is this the guy that also shot the gun? Good God, this guy has a kill count that is nothing. It's admirable. This guy's a fucking... he's the most deadly person. He killed... it goes Kraken, spiders, then this guy in terms of boat murdered. Ha! Brought that all back.